Hey fellow wealth builders, so today I'm going to take you through some of the features of the Cash app. I'm going to show you how to do some withdrawals back to your regular bank account as well as being able to send money to other people. But make sure you stick around because I'm going to tell you how you can get anywhere from $1 to 10% off at some of your favorite retail stores and restaurants. But first, if you by chance are new here, my name is Dennis, and on this show we love talking about personal finance to really help you build your wealth and become financially free. If that's something you're interested in, make sure you have that subscribe button hit down below as well as the bell to get notifications when new videos come up. So what I'm going to do is actually have my phone up here on the screen, but really quick, if you do not have the Cash app already downloaded, I will have a link in the show notes for you to be able to download the app entirely for free. Now that is a referral link, so I do make a small commission for you actually utilizing that link, but you also get $5 as well. And if you're interested in seeing a step-by-step tutorial on signing up for Cash app, I will have a link at the end of this video for you to check out on actually setting up the account. All right, so with all that being said, let's go ahead and bring up the phone here on screen. Now I'm gonna be looking down on my phone while we do this, so just bear that in mind. But we're gonna go ahead and load up the app. All right, so now here we are on the main Cash app screen. Now, one of the first things that we're gonna wanna do is actually look at how we wanna send money and receive money from other people. So as you see, there's a $0 right there in the center and with the keypad. Now, at the very bottom, you're gonna see a request and a pay to be able to either pay or request. Now, if you just actually hit those buttons, as you might see, the little $0 is kind of wiggling back and forth. So it's not gonna allow you to do that until you put in a denomination. So for example, we wanna do $5 to send to somebody. We're gonna hit the 5 and we're gonna hit that pay button. And now it takes us into this new screen. Now in this screen, we have the opportunity to put in either someone's name, their cash tag, which is kind of like a username, their phone number, or their email address to make sure that we're sending it to the right person. And then once we do that, the next line allows us to put in some type of note for that person. It could be for dinner, for rent, whatever the case may be. The nice thing is you can also even just put an emoji if you wanted to as well. It makes it really easy to be able to just quickly send to somebody and kind of give a good gist of what it is. Once you have all that filled out, the top right will kind of glow a little bit brighter, and you can hit the pay button and send that money instantaneously to that person. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and close this off and go back to the main page. And here on the main page, we're just gonna kind of clean that up because I kind of like it nice and clean there. And we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next section, which is on the top left. You'll kind of see like a little icon with my face on it. So we'll click on that, and this kind of takes us to somewhat of the information page. And I'll go over some steps here on what they have. So of course at the top, you're gonna see my picture. For you, you might just have your first initial and last initial. So I would actually encourage having a picture of you on there so that way when people are sending you money or receiving money, they do know who you are. And then of course you can see the name on there and then also the cash tag right underneath it. Now, as of this recording, you can actually still invite other people and also get a $5 bonus. So if you have that opportunity, make sure you're spreading the word to invite friends and family members so you guys actually both get $5. The next section here is going to be security. Now this actually says that security lock required Touch ID to transfer funds. And so you can have this toggled on or off. This essentially allows you to have one extra step of protection in case maybe you left your phone out without it being locked and somebody got a hold of your phone. They couldn't come onto this app and transfer money to themselves or anybody else because they would need that thumbprint or if you have like the newer phones, like the Face ID. So just kind of an extra level of protection, which I think is nice. And then in the next section here, we're gonna have our funds category. Now with the funds, you can see at the top is cash. We have $74.70 in the account. You can see Bitcoin, which is the digital currency. Don't worry too much about it if you're not into Bitcoin. I'll talk about it one more time in this video, but again, you do not have to worry whatsoever. And then next up is going to be our Capital One bank because we can add a bank onto this. I prefer to have a bank versus a debit card, but that's just my preference. And then the last section, as you can see, is adding a debit card. At least as of this recording, you can't add a prepaid card because I know people have asked me in my original video, and then you can't add a credit card if I'm not mistaken as well. Haven't tried it myself, but it doesn't seem like it's likely because it does say just add a debit card. For moving on to the next section, it does say cash card, and I'm gonna get into that here in just a little bit as well. And by the way, if you're sticking around, don't forget we're going to be talking about how you can actually get $1 to 10% off on your purchases at some retail stores and restaurants. So make sure you're sticking around for that because it's going to be really, really cool to be able to get that savings. So the cash card, we have it toggled on, and it says enable spending with your cash card, which again, we're going to talk a little bit about here in just a moment. All right, so the next section here is going to be the reoccurring. Now the reoccurring, you can have money transferring into the app automatically. And at first I thought this was kind of interesting, like why would you want this? But there's some really cool ideas for this. If you are maybe a parent that transfers money into your account to transfer to your kids, or if you are, let's say, paying rent to a friend every single month through Cash App, you can actually have money transferred into this every single week if you're getting paid weekly, and it makes the paying of like the rent or any big purchases a little bit easier for you if you have it pulled automatically from your regular account. So just kind of a thought process there if you want to make it easier for yourself. Next up is going to be the settings menu. You'll see there's personal settings, notification settings, and privacy settings. So you can check those out on your own. And then next up is going to be the cash support and then the sign out. Now, if you have questions about the Cash App, you can leave them in the comments down below. I'll do my best to answer them if I have experienced them because I've been using the app for quite a while now. If I don't know, I will refer you to the cash support system. So just a heads up on there, but I will do my best to answer those questions for you if I know the answer. So before continuing on with the Cash App features, let me know if you are enjoying this video by hitting that thumbs up button down below. Really does help out continue to grow this community and help this video reach more people. With that being said, let's go ahead and get back into the video. All right, so now let's go ahead and go back onto the main screen here. And before we get to the really cool stuff, just one last area we want to check out is that top right. You'll see kind of like a little clock thing. We're gonna go ahead and click on that. Sometimes this area has a number up there if there was like a notification, but this is your activity feed. This shows you anytime somebody sends you money, that you send money, that you paid something at a retail store, or even if you got that $5 bonus. All those things would come up in this area. So it's kind of like a transaction area, so you can see all your past history. You can even hit the search bar at the top right. So if you're looking for a certain person or a certain store, you can see those transactions that have happened. All right, so with that being said, let's go back one last time to the main page here. And then towards the very top, you'll see that dollar denomination that I have on Cash App, which is the $74.70. So let's go ahead and click on that and see what is available on this screen. So here on this screen, we're gonna see that balance pop up a little larger. So now we see that we have that $74.70. So underneath that number, you're gonna see something that looks like a debit card or the option to be able to activate a debit card. Now that is actually a free debit card that you can get with the Cash App. So you can actually utilize that money in the app anywhere in real life or even online as well. So that's a really cool feature to be able to actually extend that money instead of only having to be sent back into your actual, bank account or your debit card. And the cool thing with this card is that one, you can actually, of course, get the digital card added to your Google Wallet or your Apple Wallet, which I really like. But you can also even get a physical card. So I actually have this physical card right over here that I made for the original video when I was doing the tutorial. So you'll see a little TF there, stands for True Financials. But yeah, this was actually something that I got from Cash App. It does have a chip on there, and then on the back here, they do have just like the regular strip with, of course, your information. I can actually use this anywhere that pretty much Visa is available, so it's really, really cool to be able to have this. But again, we're gonna also be talking about how this can save you some money, so make sure you're sticking around. So at the very bottom of this page, though, you're gonna see two features. One says Add Cash. So we're gonna go ahead and click on that. And this is gonna give you the ability to actually add cash from your bank account every single time you want to. So if you wanna do, let's say $25, you can actually add $25 by hitting that add 25 at the bottom. You can do whatever denomination you want, and that will pull from your bank account. So next up on the bottom right, you're gonna see a thing that says cash out. This is a big feature that a lot of people seem to have questions about. This right here is gonna give you the ability to transfer your money back into your bank account. So that way, if you wanted to, you can have all of this money back into your account and utilize it for anything else. Now, when you click on cash out, it automatically pops up to send all the money that you have in the Cash App. But if you don't want to do that, you can kind of toggle that little green line to whatever number you feel comfortable with or that you want to send back. Now, if you want to have an exact amount, you can actually go ahead and push on the denomination, and it brings up that keypad, so that way you can do, you know, $10.52 if you wanted to, or whatever amount that you actually want to transfer if it's a little bit more specific. And then you hit that cash out button, and then it takes 1 to 2 business days to go back into your bank account. And then before getting into the last really cool feature, we're gonna hit that BTC at the very top right here. And in this section, that's more Bitcoin stuff like I was talking about earlier. You can buy and sell Bitcoin. I'm not personally a fan of getting into this myself. It's just an option for people that are wanting it, but just so you know that it is there. We're gonna go ahead and click back on the cash button. So the last section here is that boost section, and you're gonna see the colors kind of changing here. Now, Boost is gonna be that feature that's gonna help you be able to save anywhere from $1 to even 10% at some of your favorite restaurants and retail stores. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and click on that, and I'm gonna show you some of the features and details that they have. So we'll click on that, and it's gonna give you this array of options when it comes to saving money. And I'm gonna kind of swipe through some of these, and we're gonna kind of talk about them in more detail. But the first option we see here is saying that you can have $1 off at any coffee shop. Pretty cool if you like to drink coffee. We're gonna slide over, and you're gonna see here next up, it says Chick-fil-A, 10% off each visit. You can do Chipotle for 10% off. You can even go to Whole Foods and get 10% off of your visit. Same thing with Taco Bell, Domino's as well. And then you can even get $1 off of In-N-Out Burger. And this is a new one because I'm a huge fan of In-N-Out here on the West Coast. We also got $1 off Del Taco, 10% off Buffalo Wild Wings, 10% off of Trader Joe visits, which is really cool. So these are some of the ways you can actually save some extra money. Now, of course, there's actually some caveats to this, so make sure you listen into this because it's very important to make sure you get that savings. So when it comes to getting the savings, first and foremost, we have to make sure that we added this boost into our card. Now, you can only have one boost in at a time, and you have to make sure you toggle between them if you want to get multiple different types of boost and different types of savings. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go to my favorite, which is In-N-Out Burger, and we're going to read some of the rules on there first because they do have some stipulations. The nice thing is it's usually very nice. So here it says we have unlimited uses. Minimum purchase is $1.50 for this one, and then you can use it every 30 minutes. Not a bad deal at all. So I can just go in there and get like, you know, a thing of fries, and I can still save $1 off of my order, or I can buy a full meal and still get that $1. Now, again, I did mention we had to hit add boost to get this onto the actual card. So we could either use the physical card, or if the place actually allows for like the, you know, Apple Pay or the Google Wallet, you can utilize the digital version and it still works the same. So I'm gonna hit add boost. And you're gonna see it kind of take over that section for you, which I thought was kind of cool. So now I can get $1 off my visit at In-N-Out Burger. I can hit done, and you'll see that little boost now has changed to show In-N-Out Burger. Now again, as I mentioned, if you want to switch around, you do have to come back into the app and then go to whatever you want to go to next. So if I wanted to kind of like swap around here and say, well, you know what? I want to go and get $1 off of my coffee. I click on that. Read the rules, of course. So this one again is unlimited, $1.50 minimum, every 30 minutes I can use it. And of course this one shows that it has some stipulations. So make sure you read those when it does have that. But I'm gonna hit add boost. It's gonna change that color, and it's gonna show now that it's a coffee shop. Hit done, and now I can make sure I can get $1 off of a coffee. Now, here's the other really important thing about this as well. When you utilize the boost feature, it's an instantaneous savings. It's not something that you get cash back for. It's not something that you have to get a rebate for. This is instantaneous savings, and it is so cool to be able to save money automatically for something that you were probably going to want to buy anyways. And I'll show you exactly what I mean by that. So I did some extensive research when it came to making this video for you. I did this for you. I tested out going to Chipotle to see how their 10% off feature worked. Now, I'm gonna go into the features here and read what it requires for getting 10% off of Chipotle. It says it's unlimited uses. There's actually no minimum on this one, and we can get up to $7.50 off, meaning we can spend $75 and save 10%. Anything above that, we have to pay the full price, and you can use it every 30 minutes. So I added the boost feature onto my card, and then I went to Chipotle and bought my meal. Now I'm going to show you the transaction receipt for it because it's so awesome on how you can save that money instantaneously. So let's go ahead and check that out. So I'm going to go back into the main screen here, and I'm going to go into my transaction history. So when I click on transaction history, you're going to see a section there that says Chipotle 10% boost applied. So let's go ahead and click on that. And from here, you're going to see it says Chipotle in Phoenix, Arizona. Total came out to $6.80. And this was done on a Friday at 7:23 p.m. Now I'm going to go ahead and click where it says 10% boost applied, and we're going to see those details like I was just talking about. So we click on that, and it says the amount that the total actually came out to was $7.55 at the restaurant. Like, that's actually what I saw on screen when I was about to pay. When I swiped my card, which is the Cash App card, like I swiped this card, it actually saved me 75 cents instantaneously, making the total coming out to $6.80. So I actually only got pulled out $6.80 from the Cash App total that I had on the app, instead of the $7.55, which was displayed on screen. So I made that savings right away, which I think is super awesome and a really cool way to actually get your cash back or, you know, bonus or anything right away when you're actually making that purchase. So I'm actually really curious from you in the audience, which one of these boosts do you think you would actually utilize the most? Like I mentioned, In-N-Out Burger would probably be the one that I would utilize the most because I'm such a big fan, but I want to hear from you in the community down in the comments below. So I hope you got some great value out of this Cash App video showing you all the different features. Go ahead and click on the video right over here to actually show you how to step-by-step open up a Cash App account.